Today we confront a paradox that has long intrigued both scholars and laymen alike, the notion that women sometimes ignore the very men they desire most. At first glance, this phenomenon might appear counterintuitive. However, as we delve deeper into the intricate realms of human psychology and cultural narratives, we uncover layers of complexity that reveal why such behavior is not merely a simple act of rejection, but rather a manifestation of broader, deeply ingrained psychological dynamics. One must begin by understanding that human attraction is not a straightforward transactional process. It is the product of an intricate dance between our conscious desires and the unconscious forces that shape our identity. Women, much like men, are engaged in a constant dialogue with themselves, a negotiation between what society tells them they should desire and what their deeper, perhaps more instinctual selves actually crave. When a woman appears to ignore a man who might be ideal in many respects, it may be less about a lack of interest and more about an internal struggle to reconcile these conflicting voices. This is not a flaw, but a profound human complexity. Every encounter between individuals is an arena where the forces of attraction are unleashed in unexpected ways, where the allure of mystery and the power of the unknown become catalysts for a deep-seated desire to explore the uncharted territories of the human soul. This phenomenon is amplified by the realization that the most magnetic forms of attraction often arise not from overt displays of emotion, but from the quiet, almost imperceptible signals that communicate a wealth of unspoken understanding and mutual recognition of shared vulnerabilities. It is in these moments that the true essence of desire is laid bare, revealing a complex mosaic of hopes, fears, and ambitions that defy easy categorization or simplicity interpretation. The interplay of desire and attraction operates on multiple levels simultaneously, challenging the very boundaries of our understanding of intimacy and connection, as each interaction carries with it a potential for both immense fulfillment and deep, lingering regret. The intricate dance between the conscious mind and the deeper, more primal layers of our being often manifest in behaviors that are as contradictory as they are profound, where one moment is filled with the intensity of longing and the next is shadowed by an inexplicable retreat into the sanctuary of solitude. This duality underscores the notion that the process of attraction is not linear or predictable, but rather is a dynamic, ever-changing journey that calls for courage, vulnerability, and an unwavering commitment to self-discovery. In the realm of relationships, the phenomenon of ignoring what one deeply desires is not a simple act of dismissal, but a complex, often subconscious strategy that reflects an inner conflict between the desire for connection and the fear of being consumed by that very connection. It is a process that can be understood only by acknowledging the profound internal struggles that each person faces, the battle between the longing for intimacy and the instinct to protect oneself from the potential pain of rejection or loss. This intricate balancing act speaks to the heart of human nature, where the pursuit of love and validation is tempered by a deep-seated awareness of our own limitations and the risks inherent in opening oneself up to another. The allure of desire lies in its transformative power, compelling individuals to confront the very core of their identities and to question the values and beliefs that have been instilled in them since childhood. It is a force that challenges the status quo, urging us to break free from the confines of convention and to embrace a more authentic version of ourselves, even when that authenticity comes with the risk of discomfort and uncertainty. This journey towards self-realization, driven by the potent energy of attraction, is one that demands both introspection and bold action as we seek to integrate the disparate parts of our being into a cohesive whole that is capable of profound connection and mutual growth. In the face of such a multifaceted phenomenon, the experience of attraction becomes an invitation to explore the depths of one's own desires, to engage in a relentless pursuit of self-improvement and personal evolution that transcends the superficial trappings of modern relationship. It calls on each individual to embrace the complexities of their own inner world, to confront the shadows and the light within, and to harness the power of desire as a driving force for both personal fulfillment and the enrichment of human connection. Every subtle glance, every measured gesture, and every unspoken word becomes a building block in the grand edifice of attraction, a monument to the enduring human spirit that seeks to find meaning and purpose even in the most challenging and unpredictable circumstance. The journey of understanding desire and attraction is one that is fraught with contradictions and rich in paradox, where the quest for intimacy is as much an inward expedition as it is an outward expression of longing. It is a process that demands that we re-examine our most deeply held assumptions about what it means to be desirable, to love, and to be loved, forcing us to confront the realities of our own vulnerabilities and the intricate interplay of forces that shape our interaction. This exploration is not for the faint of heart, as it requires a willingness to delve into the murky waters of emotional complexity and to emerge with a deeper understanding of both oneself and the enigmatic nature of human relationships. In every nuanced exchange, there is a hidden narrative of ambition and apprehension, where the interplay of desire and attraction mirrors the broader struggles of human existence, echoing the timeless conflict between order and chaos that underpins our collective experience. The silent language of attraction speaks to the innermost parts of our psyche, conveying messages that resonate on a level that transcends the limitations of rational thought and touches upon the eternal truths of the human condition. It is a reminder that the pursuit of love is not a mere transaction or a fleeting indulgence, but a profound journey that challenges us to confront the depths of our own souls and to redefine the boundaries of what it means to be truly alive. The complexity inherent in desire and attraction reveals itself in the myriad ways that individuals navigate the delicate balance between seeking fulfillment and guarding against the inevitable risks that come with vulnerability. It is a force that compels us to question the very nature of our existence, to ponder the intricate web of influences that shape our perceptions of beauty, worth, and the elusive promise of lasting connection. Each moment of hesitation, every act of defiance, and every instance of unexpected tenderness serves as a powerful testament to the enduring mystery of attraction, a mystery that continues to challenge and inspire us as we strive to uncover the hidden truths that lie at the heart of our shared human experience. The pursuit of individual responsibility and self-improvement stands as a relentless call to every human soul, urging each of us to rise above the mundane and embrace the transformative power of personal accountability as we navigate the labyrinth of life, where every decision, every action, and every moment of introspection builds the foundation of our true character and strength. In this journey, we are compelled to confront the raw truth of our own limitations and the vast potential that lies dormant within us. And it is in the crucible of challenge that we discover the profound value of taking charge of our destiny without excuse or hesitation. The essence of self-improvement is not found in fleeting moments of comfort, but in the willingness to shoulder the burdens of responsibility. So stare into the mirror of our soul and recognize that only through persistent effort and honest self-assessment can we transform our weaknesses into formidable strengths. Each day presents us with a myriad of choices that define who we are, and the courage to choose the path of self-enhancement demands that we break free from the shackles of complacency and embrace the arduous process of growth with unwavering determination. There exists an undeniable power in the decision to take full ownership of one's life, for it is through this active engagement with the challenges that life throws at us that we sculpt a future of meaning and purpose, transcending the trivial and embracing a higher calling. The path of self-improvement is paved with moments of profound insight, where the awareness of our imperfections ignites a fire within us to strive for excellence, to set lofty standards for ourselves that defy the mediocrity that often permeates modern existence. In this pursuit, every setback becomes a lesson and every failure a stepping stone, as the resilient spirit recognizes that the quest for improvement is a continuous process, not bound by the confines of past mistakes, but inspired by the limitless horizon of what can be achieved. It is a journey that demands not only introspection, but also the audacity to challenge the status quo, to dismantle the outdated paradigms that restrict our growth, and to forge a new identity anchored in responsibility and the relentless pursuit of betterment. Embracing individual responsibility means accepting that the quality of our lives is a direct reflection of the effort we invest in shaping our character, and it is through this lens that we come to understand that our destiny is not handed to us, but carved out through persistent, deliberate action. The commitment to self-improvement requires an unyielding honesty with oneself, a readiness to face the harsh truths of our past, and the courage to reimagine our future in terms that transcend mere survival, aiming instead for a flourishing existence that resonates with purpose and integrity. Every conscious effort to improve oneself reverberates far beyond the individual, radiating outwards to influence families, communities, and ultimately society at large. As each act of self-betterment contributes to the collective evolution of our shared humanity. When we accept responsibility for our own growth, we reject the easy allure of blame and victimhood, replacing it with the empowering knowledge that our lives are our own creations, sculpted by the choices we make and the values we uphold in every decision. The commitment to self-improvement transforms the mundane into the extraordinary, as the relentless pursuit of excellence becomes a beacon of hope and inspiration for others who are also yearning to rise above the trivialities of everyday life. In the crucible of responsibility, we learn that true power lies not in external circumstances, but in the fortitude of the human spirit, which is capable of surmounting any obstacle when fueled by the conviction that change begins within. Each moment of self-discipline, each deliberate act of courage, and every instance of honest self-reflection fortifies our character, enabling us to confront the challenges of life with a clarity and resilience that can only be born from the conscious decision to improve oneself. This internal revolution is not a solitary endeavor, but a transformative process that awakens a sense of duty to the world around us, compelling us to lead by example and inspire those who witness our commitment to a higher standard of living. The journey towards self-improvement is marked by a series of small, yet profound victories that accumulate over time, each one reinforcing the belief that every individual has the power to redefine themselves, regardless of the circumstances of their birth or the limitations imposed by society. When we make the deliberate choice to be accountable for our actions, we harness a power that transcends the immediate challenges and resonates with the eternal truth that we are all capable of greatness if only we dare to pursue it. The spirit of responsibility is a clarion call to action, a reminder that the pursuit of excellence is an ongoing process that requires us to constantly question, adapt, and evolve in the face of an ever-changing world. In embracing this mantle of responsibility, we free ourselves from the paralysis of inaction and the destructive cycle of self-doubt, paving the way for a life that is defined by purpose, courage, and an unwavering commitment to personal growth. Each step on this arduous path is a testament to the human capacity for transformation, where the challenges of today become the triumphs of tomorrow, and where the scars of past failures are reinterpreted as badges of honor on the journey towards self-realization. The endeavor to improve oneself is an act of defiance against the forces of stagnation and mediocrity, a bold declaration that we refuse to be confined by our past and that the promise of a better future is within our grasp if we are willing to work relentlessly for it. The very act of taking responsibility for one's own development is an acknowledgement of the sacred duty we owe to ourselves, an acceptance that our lives are a canvas upon which we can paint the portrait of our highest potential with every brushstroke of effort and perseverance. In the realm of personal growth, there are no shortcuts or magic formulas, only the enduring truth that progress is achieved through a series of deliberate, sometimes painful but always rewarding steps that lead us closer to the essence of who we are meant to be. The transformation that arises from embracing individual responsibility is a journey marked by moments of intense self-discovery, where the courage to confront one's deepest fears catalyzes a profound shift in perspective, enabling us to transcend the limitations that once held us captive. Every action taken in the spirit of self-improvement reverberates with the energy of possibility, challenging us to redefine our boundaries and to envision a life that is not constrained by circumstance, but empowered by the limitless potential of our own will. It is an ongoing process that demands a relentless pursuit of truth, a refusal to settle for anything less than the most honest, authentic version of ourselves, and a commitment to harnessing every experience, whether triumphant or challenging, as a stepping stone towards a greater, more enlightened existence. In this journey, the willingness to accept and embody individual responsibility becomes the catalyst for extraordinary transformation, a force that propels us beyond the confines of our immediate reality and into a realm where the possibilities for growth and fulfillment are as boundless as the human spirit itself. In a world saturated with stories that shape the very essence of our identity, the process of navigating social narratives and archetypal patterns emerges as a profound exploration of the forces that mold our perceptions, behaviors, and the intricate dance of our relationships. stirring an inner revolution that challenges the superficial and calls upon us to recognize the timeless myths embedded in the fabric of our collective consciousness. A relentless journey where each moment of awareness becomes a step toward reclaiming the authenticity buried beneath layers of inherited lore and cultural expectations. Igniting an inner fire that transforms passive acceptance into active inquiry and empowering us to see beyond the immediate and the mundane into the realm where legends and modernity converge. The narratives passed down through generations are not mere stories, but rather the distilled essence of human wisdom and folly, casting long shadows that influence how we perceive our roles in the world and the dynamics of attraction and repulsion, revealing the raw, unfiltered desires that lie at the heart of every human endeavor, and compelling us to confront the dissonance between the idealized images of heroism and beauty and the messy reality of human vulnerability and imperfection. In this relentless quest, every encounter and every exchange becomes a battleground where the old and the new clash, where the weight of historical narratives is challenged by the spark of individual insight, and where the timeless struggle between order and chaos is played out in the silent, often unspoken language of gestures, expressions, and the subtleties of interpersonal connection that speak to the deepest parts of our souls. The power of social narratives lies in their ability to shape our aspirations and our fears, dictating what is deemed attractive, desirable, and worthy of pursuit. Yet within these narratives there exists the potential for liberation, a chance to reframe the stories of our lives in a manner that honors both our ancestral heritage and our personal journey towards self-realization, urging us to cast aside the limiting confines of expectation and to embrace a fuller, more nuanced expression of our true selves. Every symbol, every myth, every shared tale becomes a catalyst for introspection, inviting us to examine the roots of our behavior and to question the very paradigms that have long dictated the dynamics of human connection, as we begin to see that the patterns we follow are not immutable laws, but rather invitations to forge new paths grounded in the relentless drive for personal evolution. In the crucible of these social narratives, the tension between conformity and individuality is laid bare, revealing that the allure of archetypal patterns is as much a source of inspiration as it is a source of constraint, urging us to navigate the delicate balance between honoring tradition and embracing innovation, a balance that demands both humility and courage, as we strive to create relationships that are not defined by outdated stereotypes, but enriched by the full spectrum of human experience and emotion. The journey through these layered narratives is one of profound transformation, where the act of questioning becomes an act of creation, and where the recognition of archetypal imprints empowers us to transcend the boundaries imposed by external expectations, allowing us to reclaim the narrative of our own lives with a clarity and passion that defies the ordinary, inviting us to become both the storyteller and the hero of our own unfolding saga. As we traverse this intricate landscape, we encounter the dual nature of archetypes, those figures of idealized beauty, wisdom, and strength that have been celebrated across cultures, yet which can also serve as oppressive standards that undermine the complexity of individual experience, challenging us to discern between the inspirational and the restrictive, and to harness the positive energies of these symbols while dismantling the harmful constructs that limit our potential. The act of navigating social narratives thus becomes a deeply personal revolution, a courageous defiance of the forces that would have us conform to a single, simplistic image of what it means to be attractive, desirable, or worthy of love, replacing blind adherence with a thoughtful, intentional engagement that honors both our individuality and our connection to the shared human story. In this process, the very act of reflection is transformed into a powerful tool of resistance as we learn to decipher the hidden codes and subtext of the narratives that have shaped our perceptions from childhood, and to rewrite those stories in a way that reflects the full, vibrant spectrum of our inner lives, where every emotion, every aspiration, and every act of courage becomes a stroke on the canvas of our evolving identity. The challenge before us is monumental, yet within it lies the promise of profound renewal, as the journey to understand and navigate these social narratives is not merely an intellectual exercise, but a transformative act of reclaiming agency over our lives, a defiant stand against the forces of mediocrity and conformity that seek to reduce the human experience to a series of predictable, sanitized scripts. Each step taken in this direction is an act of liberation, a deliberate choice to reject the notion that our value is determined solely by adherence to externally imposed archetypes, and to embrace instead the messy, unpredictable beauty of a life lived with authenticity and passion, where every decision is informed by a deep awareness of both the power and the limitations of the stories we inherit. The resonance of these ancient narratives is undeniable, for they echo the fundamental truths of our existence, the eternal dance between light and shadow, between hope and despair, between the desire for connection and the fear of vulnerability, inviting us to see that within every tale lies the potential for both destruction and redemption, and that the courage to navigate these complex terrains is the very hallmark of a life fully realized. In the interplay of these timeless motifs, we find the seeds of transformation, as the recognition of our collective myths enables us to break free from the confines of predetermined roles, allowing us to step into a realm of infinite possibility, where every challenge is met with the fierce determination to rise above, to redefine what it means to be truly connected, and to forge relationships that resonate with the unyielding power of authenticity and the boundless promise of a life reimagined by our own hands. The essence of our journey through the paradox of desire and the intricate dynamics of attraction reveals a profound truth: that the apparent disregard of what is most desired is not a sign of capriciousness, but a deep, multifaceted expression of inner conflict, responsibility, and the timeless influence of social narratives. Every moment of seeming indifference is in reality an invitation to look within, to challenge our assumptions, and to acknowledge that both the allure of mystery and the call for self-improvement drive us to greater heights. In embracing these complexities, we uncover the transformative power of self-reflection and the courage to rewrite the stories that have long defined our relationships. We learn that true connection demands not only understanding the intricate dance between desire and fear, but also a relentless commitment to personal growth and the wisdom to navigate the labyrinth of cultural archetypes. Ultimately, the path to meaningful intimacy is forged in the fires of authenticity, where every challenge becomes an opportunity to rise above the superficial and to honor the rich tapestry of our shared human experience.